This is the Condor Cavelore, and I've looked at one of these for a long time and I'm denied about buying one. Could I really though justify spending what is the thick end of 90 quid on something that's going to be something very nice to look at, but I'm not going to use that much because I've got a fair few other knives. And I really did think long and hard about it, and then I thought, let's tot up the cost of buying the materials to make one. And that was about £40 in total, with the steel, the wood, the brass. This is a sort of jeweller's brass that I ended up buying, and that's what I did. And this is my version. It wasn't that difficult to make, and this is the basic shape. It's not too bad, and I think after a heat treat and a bit of polishing, I can get that looking right. And then literally just cover it in sand. That takes the temperature down very, very slowly. So that's had an hour to temper. Looks like a nicely cooked blade. I'll let that cool down again. The grips are on. Now I'm just going to file the channels for the wire. That's now wrapped and clamped. And this is the finished item, and I'm genuinely really pleased with it. I did unfortunately manage to burn the tip off, so it would have a bit more of a point there, but I think the blade looks great the way that is. A little bit of detail on the top. Handle, yeah, all right, there's a gap or two there, but overall very, very pleased. I can't remember the wood that this actually is. It's the same pretty much as the one on the original, and I've given it some coats of teak oil, and I think that's made a massive difference. But it's comfortable, it's sharp, as we will see, and it works. It's a little bit bigger than the original because I made it to fit my hands, so overall just over 10 inches, blade of about 5.5 inches. It performs very well. There was some concern that I've seen expressed in reviews of these as to how well a blade that's sort of dinged and forged like that works. Well, have no worries, we'll see about that. It's fairly comfortable to hold. This is quite soft metal. It does stick up a little bit there and just there, but does it cut? Oh yes, it does. Apologies, it is quite windy today. Let's see, we've got something sharp. Yep. Let's try full noodle. That was a bit better than I thought it would be. That's actually quite comfortable. How does it go for batoning? Yep, it does that as well. Pleased with all that. Let's try something I'm never very good at, which is a bottle slice. More sort of bottle slashing than slicing, but I think that's not the trick as well. And I made it. So that's my Condor Cavelore, a knife I thoroughly enjoyed making. Learned a couple of new skills, particularly the forging of this. What you didn't see is that when I was hammering it, it ended up pretty much banana shaped. So I had to sort of hammer it back flat again, and I did manage to hammer in a quite big dent in there, which again had to come out. But overall, it was a lot of fun to do. There's a couple of pins under this brass. Wrapping that was a lesson in itself. I originally bought some brass wire to make my own wrap with, but it just kept snapping, so I had to end up buying a little bit more money and buy some jeweller's brass wire braid. But genuinely pleased with that.